Yo, this is the trade recap for day 9 on the path to 100k to 200k. One today, 1,000. Where is it? Oh, I'm in replay mode. Leave 1,162 with 50 cents. So you guys can see we're on the account 100k to 200k. Ended up smashing TP of 1.5. There we go. And honestly, I do not know how I didn't got stopped out. Look at this. That's crazy. Honestly, thanks to God that I didn't got stopped out and that my stop loss hold its position and we took TP in less than 3 minutes. And we took TP in 2 minutes. This was 1 minute. This is 51, 52. That's crazy. W reversal. W market. I manipulate. Let me stop. But yeah, I don't know how I didn't got stopped down. But yeah, thanks to God I did it and hit the P. I'm gonna go over why I took this trade. As you guys can see on the 4 hour, we have this massive fair value gap as well as on NQ. And on NQ, we had this 1 hour fair value gap that every time we touched, we end up going lower, as you guys can see. And also, we inverse this fair value gap. So I was honestly bullish and bearish. Why? Because on the 4 hour gap, we also created a SMT divergence to go to the upside. This was pre-market, as you guys can see. 9. You created a SMT to go to the upside, but anyways, we'll get to it later on why I didn't put this liquidity, this SMT into account on my strategy for today. And let's go down to the 1 minute. To the 30 minute. We had this fair value gap, this 30-minute fair value gap, which is important because it decided honestly whether or not we would take shorts or longs. Marked this fair value gap. Well, it's 15, but it's the same. This 15-minute fair value gap. Yeah, this was the only one. Yeah, we inverse all of these fair value gaps. So I honestly, yeah, there was a lot of confluences both sides. Let's just get straight to the point. We open up. We went up, and I think we hit, yeah. On NQ we hit the fair value gap I was talking about on the 30-minute, but it's on 15-minute. As well as on ES we actually didn't touch that fair value gap, so ES was the leading index to go short. And honestly, I was just waiting for a retracement. Honestly, was just waiting for a retracement, which was here. Just waiting for a retracement on the 5 minute, since we already got our 15-minute manipulation. Waiting for a retracement. Honestly, wanted to see this important 5 minute fair value. Gotta get inverse for me to actually go down to the 1 minute and see a confirmation to go lower. We didn't inverse, which this candlestick is very, very important to remember. Why? Because this candlestick was honestly the candlestick that decided where market would have moved. Yeah, we had this 30 minute, but this was is more like a confirmation. But this 5 minute fair value gap is super important to remember. Again, we didn't inverse it neither on NQ nor on ES. On ES, we didn't even came across it. We didn't even touch. We didn't even feel the fair value gap. So yeah, that was honestly the only reason why I honestly wouldn't take a trade on to go lower. That and because we have this massive fair value gap, which is like a dead zone. Like there's no targets to target. So yeah, we didn't inverse. We didn't inverse it. But watch this. We inverse this full stack of two fair value gaps. We inverse the last one, so you guys can see, not only on NQ but on ES. Let me mark it real quick so you guys can see. So that led me to believe that we are going long. That and because, bro, look at this. We had so many opportunities to inverse that 5 minute fair value gap, which we didn't. We only wicked it. So we had a lot of opportunities to inverse it. We didn't. Had to switch my bias to bullish because we inverse this 1 minute fair value gap. So I had to start all the way on the 15 minute for my strategy again. So let me eliminate this. Okay. We can eliminate this also. Yeah. So in the 15 minute, watch this. On the 15 minute, we filled equilibrium, as you guys can see. And also at the same time, I didn't want it to take longs because we would have to inverse this 15 minute fair value gap, which obviously didn't. So I was honestly just going back and forth with I was honestly just going back and forth with my bias being bearish or being bullish, whatevs. Feel me? Anyways, on the 15 minute, we filled equilibrium to the downside to be able to go up. Or, and I forgot about this liquidity, this SMT, which we created, which honestly I didn't take it into account. Why? Because on NQ we closed beneath it, so that technically eliminates it from being one of my confluences. But obviously, I kept it in the back of my mind. So, 15 minute, we filled equilibrium. That was our manipulation. Not only that, we touched into the fair value gap. As you guys can see, we didn't inverse it, but honestly, since again, we had a lot of opportunities to go down and inverse this fair value gap to go short, but we didn't. So honestly, I was looking for a confluence to go up, which was the 1 minute fair value gap, as you guys can see. We inversed it. Why I took it on NQ? Because it was the leading index to go up. so you guys can see. Oh, I took it on ES, my bad. Yeah. ES was the leading index to go up. Why? Because NQ was all the way lower, all the way down to this fair value gap. Well, on ES, we were much higher. You guys can see. What was I talking about? Yeah, on 15 minute, with further equilibrium to go up, I honestly was just switching my bias back and forth, either bearish or bullish. But um, what gave it away was this 5 minute fair value gap. Since we didn't inverse it and we inverse the 1 minute, I was looking for longs, which corresponds with this equilibrium on the 15 minute, which was our manipulation, then scale down to the 5 minute to find equilibrium, which was like around here. We filled equilibrium on the 5 minute, also on ES. If we would like to load up, I guess we're stuck. There we go. One 125, yeah. We filled equilibrium. We break out of this consolation zone also, and we inverse this fair value gap, both of the charts, as you guys can see. But again, and ES was the leading index to go up. We filled equilibrium on the 5 minute. We had a manipulation on the higher time frame, which this time was the 15 minute. Had to scale down to the 1 minute. And honestly, I was just waiting for us to break structure to close above this 1 minute high, which is a 15 minute high. Yeah, it's a 5 minute high. Waited for us to close above this 5 minute high, which we did with this kind of stake, but honestly wanted to wait for some kind of retracement, some kind of, so you guys can see, we retrace back. And then after retrace, I honestly was contemplating if I wanted to take this entry or not, because first of all, it was 10:48, which is a bit too late into the market. And also, look at this. Look at the 5 minute prior to me entering. So I had that in mind, but I was like, let's just take the risk. It's fine if I lose. Why? Because I honestly just followed all of my confluences. All of my confluences were there. Didn't skip nothing. Didn't wasn't impatient. The only thing that was left is for me to enter. So yeah, if I follow my strategy, I was patient. I wasn't greedy. I know where to place my TP. I know where to place my stop loss. Just enter. So I was like, bet, let me take the risk, which isn't a risk. Why? Because all of my confluences presented themselves today to for me to take this bullish bullish trade. So I just enter around here. Honestly, was contemplating on whether to place my stop loss around here or here. Ended up placing it right here. At first, honestly, I didn't even place a stop loss because I knew probably we might go down all the way to here or here. But I was like, let me just place a stop loss. Why? Because I'm not trying to lose a lot of money. So I just ended up placing it around here because we already took this 1 minute low. So I just placed it around there. And honestly, I don't know how I didn't got stopped out, which is crazy. Crazy. W reversal. We went even a bit more down and then shot up straight to my TP, which was a revisit to I think a 30-minute fair value gap. 15 to this 15-minute fair value gap, which after that it obviously went down, but that time I already took my TP. But yeah, that is my that was the process of thinking that I went through today, um, on New York Market Open. There was news at 9:45. It didn't do nothing. As you guys can see, it didn't do nothing. So yeah, it didn't switch my buyers or it didn't do nothing. But yeah, today I wouldn't say it was difficult, but it was. I had to be more patient. That's the key word. I had to be more patient today, which I was, and that's why I won today. That's why I'm profitable. But yeah, um, yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. I went over my trade, my thought process, my strategy, followed all of my strategy, was patient, was confident in me, was confident in not only me, but confident in my strategy. I was confident in my strategy, confident in me. I was patient, follow my risk management, follow my confluences. I am a profitable trader. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 10, which is Wednesday. No news. See ya.